Let's see. All right. So I'm just gonna start basics just to go through, because you said you know support and resistance. So I think my job today is, number one, to get you to the point to where you at least can I want to just train your eyes for this first session, because once I train your eyes to just see the market, see the market itself, then when it comes to entries or when to get in or how do I get in, it'll make it better. So I want to start here with support and resistance. Of course, we know supports are high, resistances are low. I'm gonna take a step back. Of course, we're using Hikanachi candles, the 1 minute. Okay, make sure your timer is enabled. Okay, so of course, if we press this green button, okay, right now I'm losing this because my price is, you see this line right here? My price is below this green line, right?
Okay.
So I need, by the time this green line, but by the time this trade is over, which I have, so this, you see the timer up under the dollar?
Yes, sir.
That's how much time I have left in the trade itself. This is how much time is left in that candle, like this specific candle. So by the time this 23 seconds is up, I need this line to be above here for me to win this trade.
Oh,
Does that
okay.
make sense? So
Yes.
I'm gonna do another one. So this one I did a sell, which is red. So when this 56 seconds is over, 54 seconds is over, I need price to be up under this line. So
Which is headed that way. Yeah.
yes, yes. So remember, we at resistances, we expect it to hit and come down. So just to I wish I could write on my screen. When it comes to resistance, all right, I am selling at resistances. I'm buying at supports, or we can say buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. So like right now, and you'll see right here too, if you put your pairs up here, you'll see if you're losing or winning the trade. So like I lost both of those, or it's like I'm gonna lose both of those, right? Because of course I put sell for this one and it ended up above it, and I did buy for the other one and it ended up below it. Okay, so that's just the simplicity of knowing, you know, what the higher and the lower sign. Higher is buy, lower is sell. And then if you look at the 92%, this will show you, one thing that I love about this type of trading, rather than for regular Forex, is I know what I'm gonna win or lose before I even get in the trade. So I can lose $23 right here, or I can make $20 and 24. I can make $20.24. Like I know everything before I actually get into the actual pair. So with that being said, okay, so we're going to supports and resistances. Okay, I'm gonna go to another pair that looks more that has more of a all right, this look like a good one. Let me turn my ZigZag on. Now, ZigZag helps me with support and resistance. Okay, ZigZag. So let me show you how I mark up. Let's start here. So we'll go through each one. We'll go through each indicator, because you know what a buy candle is, a sell candle is, and a dope, right? Okay,
Yes.
so we don't have to go through that. All right, so uh buy the way that I mark up my ZigZag. Okay, so we see what current price is. Okay, current price is here. All right, so number one, I need to find the closest resistance and support. I don't have to do that on my own. I need to find the nearest highest and lowest place. Well, we see, number one, that it's that's what we got the ZigZag opened up for. So how do I mark up my ZigZag? I go right here to this, and I'm recording this. I'm recording this because I'm gonna send this to you so you can rewatch it over and over and over again if if you need to. I'm
Okay.
recording this call. Um, so I go up here to the paintbrush, I get this rectangle, all right, and then I find the candle that is attached to the point of the zigzag, and I put the top of the box. You don't have to do this. This is something I do because it just shows me, okay, price is really respecting this area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's one. All right, and then there's my resistance. Now let me find my support. Where's the nearest support to, which is right here, the nearest support. Now, if I bring this all the way across, which you can, which I like to do, because I want to see how strong this zone really is.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just strong right there? Where if I would say this zone up at the top, it's not as strong as this zone at the bottom because I got
Mm-hmm.
I got a touch here. This one broke through the zone, but as you
Mm-hmm.
see, it came right back to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, it never clearly reached up. This one came down, it hit that zone. So we see that this is a pretty strong zone down here. So if it came down here, I could possibly get in if it hit my middle Keltner, but we'll get to that later. All right. So then I go to my second level. If I'm like, okay, that's far away, that's pretty far. Let me go to my next level, the next support and resistance. And I probably do about 2 to 4 zigzags. If I do more than 2 to 4, most likely I probably went up to a higher time frame. For instance, I mean, I went up to the 5 and seen if there was a so if I went up to the 5 to see if there was a zone there, which as we see, there is a zone on the 5 minute right there, and there's a zone right here on the 5 minute. So I'm like, okay, this is a pretty strong area then.
Mm-hmm.
If it's on the 1 minute and the 5. So if I want to see if it's super strong, let me go up to the 15. So the time frames that I use is the 1, the 5, the 15, and the hour. But I don't do it every trade. This is just like if I'm just like a for lack of better words, if I'm just like for this entry right here, like the one we're looking at currently, that is way up there, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
the resistance that is close to it is way up there. So I'm gonna go to the 1 hour, the 15 minutes just to see what's up there. And I mean, if you see, like the 1 hour is up there too. There's
Mm-hmm.
literally so I'm like, okay, I know that's a pretty strong area. But for the lack of better words, if you stay on the 1 minute, the one thing you're looking for with a zigzag is multiple touches, multiple wicks. Wicks equal rejection, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got one. So that means price hit, it rejected, it hit, it rejected, it hit, it rejected, and you see it's rejecting literally off of this zone. So we got one,
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I say 3 to 5 rejections off a zone, and that's a pretty strong zone. All right, so I'm gonna use this support, I mean this resistance right here, and I'm gonna drag it across, and we see it's a pretty strong
Yeah.
support. So and if you see while ago we didn't have it marked up yet, but look, price came up, hit this zone, and came right back down. So it rejected literally off of this second tier zone and we call it second tier because of course it's not the first resistance that's closest
Mm-hmm.
to where price currently is. All right. So I think the easiest, we'll go to the next one. Well, let me ask, do you have any questions on that?
No, I'm good with it.
Good on that? Okay. So for the next one, which I think is the easiest, um, is the moving average. This is the first thing we look at. Okay. So first things first, when I go to a chart, I'm looking at the moving average. I don't care about the zigzag. I don't care about the Keltner channel. I'm looking at the zigzag. I mean, I'm looking at the EMA. Is the EM is this um if is the EMA below or above current price? So right now it's below current price, right? Current price is here, the EMA is below. So I know I'm only looking for buys. I'm
Mm-hmm.
only looking for buys off the middle Keltner. All right, let's see if we can find one where it's above. Okay, right here. The EMA is above price. I know I'm only looking for sales. Okay. The EMA that we use is called the 200 EMA. It's giving us an average of the last 200 candles and what they are doing. So evidently, the last 200 candles are going into a buy. So I know the only time I'm getting in a trade with this type with what we see right here with this EMA is if it's going into a buy. Any questions on that one?
No. Okay. So the blue line, which is the EMA, you say it,
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
that's above that one is buy and below is sell.
Yes, if the EMA is below current price, we buy. We're only looking for buys. If
Mm,
this line is above current, like the EMA is above price now,
okay.
it's I'm only looking for sales.
Okay. All
But
right.
that's the first thing we look at when we look at the chart. So like you put all your 92, of course I got some that ain't 92 up here, but still, if you clicking through. So I can just go through right there. Buy, sell. So we'll talk about that later. If it's right there, edit, we
Mhm.
don't even get in those trades. If it's inside the middle Keltner, if the 200 EMA is anywhere inside the middle Keltner, we don't get in that trade,
Mhm.
no matter what the setup look like. Buy. That one look like it's probably inside
Mhm.
the Keltner, but it's below it for now, so we'll just keep it like that. We'll say sell, that'll be a sell, that will be a buy, uh, and that one probably inside, but it's below, so we'll say buy, buy, sell, 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 buy, buy, sell. Okay, so that's that in a nutshell, right there. As far as that's the first thing I look at when I'm getting in the chart. I need if it's above or below. I know if I'm looking for a buy or a sell. All right, so next, well, the last one is the middle Keltner. Okay, now let's go. We just talked about the EMA. I mean the EMA, right? So
Mhm.
this is if we can put this together, then this would be great. Okay, so if the EMA is below current price, we're only looking for buys, right?
Mhm.
So the middle Keltner is the only place we enter. The only time I enter a trade is if price hits that middle Keltner. Like right now, I'm going to get in this trade if it comes down to hit it. Okay, EMA is below, so that means my middle Keltner is serving as a support. And what do we do at supports? We buy at supports.
Mhm.
Right. So right now my middle
Yeah.
Keltner. So only when my middle Keltner looks like a support, like it's coming, like price is coming down to hit a support, right? Or hit the middle Keltner, which middle
Uh-huh.
Keltner has a support right now. All right. And I'll talk about hedging too through this if we go to
Okay.
one hedge. It didn't come in touch. But it didn't come in touch. But anyway, so if it's below, EMA is below, the middle Keltner is serving as my support. If the EMA is high, that middle Keltner is serving as my resistance, and I'm only getting in the trade if it serves as a resistance, which we'll break that down. Too. Come on,
Oh,
touch. There we go. All right. So this is my first hedge. I'm gonna throw this in there. Like I say, it's a recording, so you can ask any questions you want,
okay.
but you'll also get this video. Um, so um I got in this trade, right? As soon as it hit, I get in as soon as that first touch. I only want to get in trades on the first touch. Okay. We'll talk about that a little bit too. I only want to get in trades on the first touch. It just gives me a higher probability of winning the trade. Okay. So I got 33 seconds in this trade, right? Until I figure out if I won or not. But I still have 20 seconds left for this specific candle. 23 seconds right now
Mhm.
in the trade, 14, 13 seconds in the actual candle. Now, hedging, we get in at the top of the next candle. Of course, because I'm still in this trade, I'm not going to get in on this candle. That makes sense? Because
Mhm.
my trade is still going. Now,
Yes.
my second hedge will start at the top of this candle
Okay.
if I lost. So I lost. I know I'm getting in. If I win, I don't get back in, if that makes sense. Once I win a hedge, I don't get back in. So if I win the first trade, I don't get back in. if that makes sense.
Yes.
Hedging, you only go to the fourth hedge if you lose. Like if
And
you
that's
lose the
4 in a
first
row.
hedge, yeah, if I lose the first one, I get in for the second hedge, and then the third hedge, and then the fourth hedge. So this was actually something good that happened just now. That's a teachable moment. Okay, so I got in right here, correct? Where
Mhm,
my where my where the middle Keltner served as a support.
mhm,
Well, in order for me to get in for a second hedge, it has to keep going down. It didn't keep going down. It actually came back up into my profitable area, right? It came back up above my middle Keltner. In order for me to keep
mhm.
on hedging, I would have needed for it to keep coming down. But
Coming
because
down.
let me get a line. So I entered my first hedge right here at the line, correct?
Mhm,
So I lost the first hedge, but before I could get in for my second hedge, it already came back above the middle Keltner. So I can't I can't get back in. So I gotta
mhm.
I had to take that L,
Yeah,
if that makes, because this will be the third entry, and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not what we desire. Okay. So I would not re-enter right here because it's not the first touch.
Okay.
Okay. Let me go to another one. Let's go to another one. Okay, so this one, like, it's about to be a good one. All right, so I got the EMA is higher than current price. My So if the EMA is higher than current price, then my middle Keltner where I enter it is now a resistance because price is coming up to hit it, and we want it to hit and come back down. So we're getting in a sell. All right.
Mhm,
EMA is high, middle Keltner serving as a resistance. That means we're getting in for a sale. If we want to take it a step further, let's see where this zone is. The zone is right above my middle Keltner, which is a good zone, which I would assume that it would come down. If it broke through, it would hit this and come back down, which, as we see, it don't look like it's gonna do what we want it to do. But I'm almost certain we'll find one that's doing what we desire for it to do. So like these right here. So this one right here, I wouldn't even look at this trade because my EMA is inside of uh the middle Keltner. No need to even look at it.
mhm,
It's inside, it's indecisive market. Okay. So right here, we know we're only looking for buys. All right. We're only looking for buys because it's below the current
mhm,
price. And it's already hit the middle Keltner as a support right here. This would have been our entry right here. That first entry. This would have been our entry. And it looked like it would have took us 4 hedges to win that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would have took us 4 hedges. Because we would have got in right there. We would have skipped
mhm,
that. We would have skipped that one probably because it would have still been going while this one's going. And then our second hedge would have been right here. Third hedge. Well, we probably would have won the third hedge. All right, this one look like it's about to do it. Okay. All right, so the EMA is just outside of the tip of it is just outside of um the middle, the Keltner channel, but like it's want to go the other way too. All right, here's a buy, but it's already broken through. This would have been our first entry right here. Right here, we probably would have won that first entry, honestly. See this one, it looked like it's about to be a good setup, right? It's about to come down and hit the middle Keltner, but that we will be buying, and
mhm.
we don't want to buy against the trend because the trend is telling us it's selling, right?
The same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When the EMA is above the market, we know that we can see it's selling. Like if you look at the middle the
Mhm,
Keltner channel, the Keltner channel will tell you if it's selling, buying, or in consolidation, which you can see it's kind of starting to
mhm.
consolidate a bit, kind of like pan out. This would be a good one if it came down because we got to buy. Let's see, we got a good zone down here. Let's see. Let's see what it like it want to come down and touch. Now, let's talk about master candles too while we're here. Master candles are really big. A lot of the times, you can catch a master candle at the base of a zigzag. We know those are going to be some good turnaround points. If
Mm-hmm.
master candle is like this one right here, this master candle setup, if it's attached to the zigzag like this, like how this one is, we know,
Mm-hmm.
as you see, it was a great turnaround point. That first
Mm-hmm.
touch on that area, and it turned around. It rejected that area. Now, not all zigzags are gonna be like that, but if we catch a zigzag that has a master candle just like this one, this is gonna be a great turnaround point because there's a master candle set up right here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, right here. So normally there's a good master counter set up in a line with with the middle Keltner. This one it's not really it's a master counter setup, but this master counter is controlling it, but it's not like this one. Like this one
Yeah.
is super controlled. This one isn't super
Yeah.
controlled. So hopefully this one will come down. And if you see, if you know, like as you start to read the market, look at the market more, you'll see that when stuff like this happen, like it don't come all the way down to hit the middle Keltner, you'll see what it's rejecting off of. It's rejecting off of these wicks that reject.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wick right there in that area. There's a wick. So that's what it's rejecting off of. I think this one might come down. All righty. Maybe not. Okay, so this one is in consolidation.
Mm-hmm.
It's in consolidation, but it's a buy. It's coming down to hit our middle Keltner. It's the first touch. Okay. Of course, you got a lot of touches over here, but I'm saying recently there hasn't been a touch coming down to
Mm-hmm.
hit. So and we have now, here recently, I have been more cognizant about trading consolidation more so than trading true buy and sell trends, just because I've had longer, what's the word? I've had longer hedging. So like 3 and 4, going to the third and fourth hedge with consolidation, more so than like when it's a trend like this entry
Mm-hmm.
right here, like this one, how it hit and it bounced way up. Because this is a true buy trend. We're in
Yeah.
consolidation. So trading consolidation can be tricky. Uh, so I've been kind of staying away from it, or well, kind of testing whether to trade consolidation or not to. But this one, the reason why I got in this one is because I see so many wicks in the area. Like there's a lot of wicks in the
Mm-hmm.
direction of where we're going, which I might not even be able to enter this one because it may end up above the middle Keltner before it may end up above my first entry before I can actually get in at the 10.9.876, which is what it's doing right now. So that's another L, or L that I have to
Mm-hmm.
also have to take, because I can't enter that because it didn't continue to go below my middle Keltner or allow my middle Keltner to serve as a support. We're gonna find one that actually go our way. Okay, I'm gonna get in this one. All right. All right. So I missed it just a little bit. All right. So I got in right. I looked up top. I seen that my EMA was high. So I know I'm only looking for sales. So I'm looking for a price to come up to that middle Keltner, where the middle Keltner is higher than the current price. The middle Keltner is higher than the current price, and I'm using it as a resistance. Um Now the second thing I'm looking at is the zones. Okay. Well, I got good zones. I got a good zone, and this zone has a master counter at the top. I got a zone down here at the bottom. Really don't matter about this zone right here, but I'm still gonna mark it up. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mark up master candles. Okay, there's one. I don't have enough lines to mark them all up, but I got one
Mm-hmm.
master candle set up. I got 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 in that area, so that's a strong area, and we want
Mm-hmm.
that trade. That's why I say first touches are pretty important or very important. Um, when I get in the trades, the hedges I've lost over the past week or two, most of them are on second and third touches. Rarely
Mm-hmm.
do you lose on that first touch, as long as you get in on like a good like I say, it's actually the first touch. Now the
Mm-hmm.
first touch that can be tricky, let me see, like these right here. I try to stay out of these types when it looks like this. I know it can be a first touch, but like when it's looking like this, like it broke through and then it comes back like all the like this little area right here. I try to stay
Mm-hmm.
out of these. I don't get into these. You don't want to get into these multiple times. Like I know it's touching a lot, touching the middle Keltner, but
Yeah.
nah. Oh yeah, this is a good space right here. Like this area right here. This area right here. So like let's zoom out just a little bit. Okay, so how it came up and hit as a resistance, right? So we know we
Mm-hmm.
don't look for sales. It came up and hit, and then it came down. It came down, right? And then it came back up and hit again. So I wouldn't have entered again right there. Now, where it came down and it gave me some separation between the middle Keltner and some, so it was about three candles that did not touch.
Mm-hmm.
Now I would have entered again on this one, but not these that are like back to back to back,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Even though it came down, way down,
Mm-hmm.
and it came back up and hit, I wouldn't have got down there. I went 3 candles without it touching that middle Keltner. Okay, bet I'm gonna get back in right here.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I kind of like want that space, like how this space
Yeah.
is right there or right here between the middle Keltner before I get re-enter. All right, so I feel like I've been talking a good bit. I'm gonna let you ask some questions, and then we'll get in some trades. So got plenty of time.
Uh, so you said the first hit was that first
hmm
first
So like,
touch?
yeah, so like this one. So like you see how I got 1, 2, 3, 4. They didn't touch all the way. None
Mm-hmm.
none of them touched. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with if this one actually was to go up and touch, I'm okay with you getting in. But it's like these right here, like 1, 2, and then if this one had to came up and let's just say you weren't on the chart when these two hit. Then you
Mm-hmm.
clicked on it and this one was getting ready to go hit. I wouldn't enter that because there's already been 2 touches
Mm-hmm.
on that line.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
because there'll be some where you say, "Oh, that's a good setup," but it's already done touched it the last time, so I wouldn't even re-enter that.
Okay. And this, so I'm seeing that this changes frequently. So if you mark up the 92 and you come in 2 hours later, you
Yeah,
don't
it's
have,
probably gonna change. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's gonna, that's why like probably like every 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how long I'm in the market, I'm going to go through and literally um just click to see what has
Mm-hmm.
been updated. Because the one thing I love about OTC trading, m- unlike regular pairs, so these are regular pairs. Now these pairs here, the EURCHF, like without the OTC, this
Mm-hmm.
is the actual market. This is what people across the world are trading. The
Yeah.
OTC is pocket options on version of that pair.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we can trade 24/7, you know, inflation, all that stuff, it don't really matter. We good. As long as we got Wi-Fi, we got cash out, we good.
Yeah.
So cryptocurrencies and stocks is what I use to get my 92%, 90%, 90 and above, somewhere in there. I just want the most for my dollar. I'm gonna
So you
click
use
through
crypto and the stock. Hold on. Because I
crypto,
think I,
stock, yep. How many ever 90, whoever showing 92, yeah, I'm putting it up there at the top. So it make it easy for me to just slide. And look, and everything looking a little funny today. Jeez. All right. So it look like we're about to have one with Bitcoin OTC. We got the EMA low, marking up my ZigZag now. I do have a master candle in the region close by. A master candle setup rather. Okay. Got one right there, got one down here, and I got one straight across. If I mark those over, oh man. Look like it's gonna go the other way too. So I like to mark up the bottom and the top of the master candles when I do mark them up, just so I can see where are some places that it could turn around. And you see, 1, 2, 3, they both turned, all three of
Yeah.
these turned around right there at
Mm-hmm.
this master candle. So master candle setups, anywhere there's master candle setups, you can almost bet that it's going to turn around in some form of fashion somewhere. And this would be a good entry.
So that's where the hedging kind of comes in, because somewhere in that next four, you should at least get one.
One, yes, yes. And so, depending on your account. So like with my account, my hedge amounts are 1, 5, 11, and 29. So if I lose this one, then I go 5. And if I lose that one, I go 11. If I lose that one, it's 29. So the hedge amount loss is $44, which one thing about that, of course, if you know, just being honest, a downside of hedging is, I can win 5 straight $5 trades, right? And get
Mm-hmm.
$20 and then lose the next hedge, a whole hedge, and I've lost
Mm-hmm.
that 20 plus another 20. So, but when we train our eyes to see the market the right way, uh, you got 4 chances. Most of the time, the market ain't gonna continue. Even if it does continue like straight, it's most likely you're not gonna lose 4 straight often,
Yeah.
unless just like I say, it happens. I'm not gonna say that it's not gonna happen. So I will finally won one. Finally won one. And as you see, if I had lost it, as of right now, I wouldn't have been able to get back in because it's
Mm-hmm. The time was
dropping
still in.
below. All right. Come on, pocket options. Give me some good trades. And also, like, I don't know if you've seen that, beware, because you see me just click all those 92s, and that was a
Mm-hmm.
51. It dropped that fast. So sometimes you'll see a good setup, and then you'll pay attention, look, you'll be like 60%, 50%. There's literally no.
So have you found that a time of day is better with it being
Uh,
24/7?
because it's OTC, uh, late night, the candles get really small. When those candles get
Mhm.
smaller, I really don't like to trade then,
Yeah.
but I really haven't. Even at night, because there's so many 92%, like there's at least 10 to 15 pairs that are still moving the right way. So
Mm-hmm.
honestly, that's one thing I love about OTC too. We can trade 24/7, 24 hours a day, 24 hours a day if we choose to.
Because I think for me, it was kind of just also trying to, before I get started with it, trying to figure out like what my time frames, I guess, are going
Mm-hmm.
to look like with work. Because truthfully, the weekends and Wednesdays are my only free days. So then I'm like, do I only need to do it on those days?
Yep.
Like, I know I'm still potentially missing money, but I mean, I could try to squeeze it in on my lunch break, but I'm usually trying to catch up charts. So,
Yeah, and I mean, I will also on those while you're still learning. Uh, I mean, you can learn one thing at a time, which I believe is definitely very smart. But I mean, if you got an iPhone or iPad, you know, with the way we trade and the hedging that we do, you know, as long as you really don't need to mark up much. So you can base once you train your eyes on your phone, you know, you can
mhm.
pocketoption.com, you can see the first you look, find your EMA, find some master candles in that area or your zones with the zigzags, and then enter the trade and just hedge from your phone, you know. Um, I would probably have my phone with my computer. So I'm like, okay, I might not trade off my phone right now, but I'm at least looking at my computer like, okay, I probably could have got in right there. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you do want to end up trading while you in the car, while you well, not in the car driving, but you know, on the passenger side or
Mhm.
whatever the
Yeah.
case may be, because you've trained your eyes to just see the market. Period. It don't matter where you are, as long as you got some Wi-Fi, you good.
All right. Good
But
point.
see, like this one right here, well, it look like it gonna break down, come down some more. But I got in this one for the $1. Oh man, I was got that for 5, but it's okay. As you see, it's still when it ended it right below that. So of course I'm only looking for buy. So I was able to re-enter that hedge. If it had ended above here, of course, there would be no need for me to re-enter that. So of course, for me to get in for a third hedge, I would have to lose this trade. Now we're on what's the word? On scale, because of course now if I lose this one, I'm I'm getting in right at six,
Eh,
five,
yeah.
four, three, two, one. So I lost that one. So now I'm in for 11, right? Excuse me.
And that one came. So did you get in after the master candle one?
Yeah,
Okay.
so got in right here, and then we
Okay.
skipped this candle because of course it was still going while we're still in this trade. Got in this one for 5. Now I'm in this one for 11. So if I lose this one, then I'm in the next one for 25 or 29, one of the two, 29. And then we lose that one, then we down. But no worries. It's okay if I lose this one. I made sure I only put $50. And also, this is another thing. If you start with money and you want to, you like, okay, I know that I'm only making a certain amount with every hedge. Like I'm not making more than $1 or 5 or 11 or 29. You can take your money from here, press that button and put it in that account. Okay. So I can put my money, I can take my money from uh so take this $13. I can take this $13. Let's go, let's say I want to put $1. And I could put $1, so I can move my money over if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
But it's not in my trading account. If
Okay.
so, I definitely love having that option. So like,
Oh, I
uh,
see it.
so as you see, I don't know if it's gonna come up or not, but if you look to your left, you see that it's literally rejecting off of a master candle right now.
Hmm.
It's coming off of a master candle right now. Stay up there. Let's go. So like, so okay, of course I started the session with what $51. So I'm like, okay, sure, I done made $17. Let me take
Exactly.
let me take my money and
Exactly.
let me put it in this account, right? and I can just keep trading with $50
Exactly.
because I see, number one, I see that, all right, it's either 1, 5, 11, or 29, you know. So I know I'm not making no more than that right now. So
Hmm.
no need for me to try to keep it in this account. Let me take it out so I'm not trading with my profits.
With your profit there.
Now if you choose to, that's okay. I tell people, starting your demo, you got your demo money right here. 50,000, you know, you got $50,000 to trade with right here in your demo. You will have to probably set it up again. Like, going and putting your EMA, your ZigZag, your moving
Hmm.
average, your Keltner channel on it, and then making sure your moving average is 200, 200. Changing the settings and stuff, but I tell people, I know you got 50,000. I know you got 50,000 and you want to try a $10,000 trade.
God,
You know,
no.
go ahead, try it, but try to do what you would do in your account. So it's not so
Hmm.
because I don't like the demo. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like demo because there's no emotion attached to it because it's not your money. But
Hmm.
when you get your money and you lose that hedge, that whole hedge, it's gonna hit different than losing $44 in your demo, which is which is to be expected. But the demo is where you perfect your eyes, like perfecting those eyes, perfecting what you see, so that even on your phone, perfect your demo when you start on your phone. Even if you got the computer, mastered on your phone, starting demo, even though you got the computer master, just so you can get your hands hitting the right button correct and stuff like that. So don't want to mess with our money that we actually making.
And I think for me, I've been hesitant. Like I'll watch it and I'll look and I'll kind of say, but I haven't set up the demo one. So I think I will do that one. And actually, like you said, start playing with that one. And I think that'll help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was like, oh, well, let me get my real one set up. But that makes a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and and you're not starting off playing with your real money or trading with your real money. Um, let's see, we can find something to get into. So like this one right here. This is a little consolidated area. This is a pretty strong zone right here because we got a couple zigzags in the same area. But these are resistances, right? So we know we're only looking for sale buys right now because the EMA is low. So we know we're looking for the middle Keltner to be a support, which as you see, it did not come all the way down, but it is respecting, the second tier, second tier zones. But if you see, you got a lot of touches on this zone too. Even right here, even right there, there's a lot of touches. And then not only that, but you have a master candle set up right here that it's having to respect. So like I said,
Mm-hmm.
just training those eyes. Even if you lose a hedge, I tell Brian and Jamie all the time, if you lose that hedge, look to your left, you know, go back. We call it back testing. Like, what do I
Mm-hmm.
see? Like even right now, even if I don't get in this trade, what do I see right now? If I look to the left, all right, boom, I see I got a master candle that's literally on this line with the middle candle, which makes my probability of winning this trade even higher because it's
Right.
it's on the master candle. And then let me look if oh yeah, let me talk about that right quick. I know I put a lot, but like I say, you'll have this video. I'll send it to you probably about an hour or two when it downloads. Um, if you look for when the EMA when the EMA is below the current price, we know that we're looking for buys, correct? So my hedge zone, okay, you got zones, zigzag zones, okay, which is what we just marked up. Then we got hedge zones. My hedge zone is that space between the EMA and the middle Keltner. How many master candles do I have in my zone, right? Let's just zoom in just a
Mm-hmm.
bit. in my hedge zone. Okay, so I have one, I got two for sure that are like between my middle Keltner. I like to say 2 to 4. If I got 2 to 4 in that zone, I'm probably about to win this trade at least in four
Mm-hmm.
hedges. At least, 'cause of course,
Yeah.
it would have to break through four master candle setups to go. And we seen when master candle setups are in an area, most of the time, if you see a lot of wicks somewhere, most likely there is a master candle. So I see, let's just say, I'm like, if I'm just like you want to just come to the chart and just look, just get on the chart. Okay, I'm just gonna find a place with at least 3 to 4 wicks. All right, I got 3 to 4 wicks right here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look left and see, is there a master counter in this area? And if I look to the left, not only there's two of them right
Mm-hmm.
there. There's one, there's two. Let's go to another pair. Let's just find a place with a lot of wicks. Okay, so we got a lot of wicks right here. We'll just say we got a lot of wicks in right here. We look to the left. There's a big master candle right there. So normally a master candle is causing all these wicks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason why we're looking at master. Like right here, this would be a great entry, right? Because I mean, this master candle is humongous, and
Yeah.
it's on
Oh, yeah.
our, our middle Keltner. We know we're looking for buys because the EMA is low, so we know
Mm-hmm.
our middle Keltner is going to be a support. We buy low, sell high. And then if I look at my hedge zones, not my zigzag zones, but my hedge zone, which is the area between my EMA and middle Keltner, I got one. These are big. One, two. I got a definite two. And like I said, I think that's good enough. 2 to 3 is what we need to be confident that 4 hedges is gonna get it. But for me, the confidence I need for right now is that there is a huge master candle literally on
Mm-hmm.
the I think MC, what are they? Yep. It never came down. So we missed this one. This would have been a good entry. We would have had EMA high. That means we're looking for a sale. That would have been our first entry right there. So like this one, I wouldn't have got into this one because it would have been my second. It would have been the second
Second.
entry. Right?
Yeah.
Now, let's just say both of these had hit, and both of these had hit, and then you came to it, and this was an entry. You could have got in then because you had 3 candles. You would have had 3 candles where it hadn't hit. So it's still technically your first entry. Does that make sense? I don't want you to
Yeah.
get confused. Like, man,
No.
I already hit, but these 3 haven't hit. Now I can't get in. Now, if it's 2 to 3 candles between the last hit, it's your first entry.
Okay.
Like if I had came in like on this one, like I wouldn't get in because it's hit twice
Yeah.
back to
Good.
back.
Yeah.
So like this one, I wouldn't. Can I get in? Yes, I can because it's close. But excuse me. All right, and all right. So it looked like it hit, but it hasn't hit. So I got in on that one right for my first entry, and I see my zone. Let's look at my zone between the middle Keltner and the EMA. I got one huge one. One and yeah, basically I got a good one. A good one. So this is a little iffy because you got one, but at the same time, at the same time, and this is just me knowing the market and seeing the market. My zone, my zigzag zone is a master candle, and we've seen what passed in the past when there's a middle Keltner, I mean there's a master candle as the zigzag zone, we know that that's pretty much gonna
Mhm.
reject. As you see that first touch off that zone is a big rejection.
Mhm.
Rejection off of that. See if we can find another one. Oh, we missed that one. So this would have been my second touch. I missed that first touch. If you see, most of the time, if you look left, normally there's a master candle right there in line, either right above or right in line with that uh middle Keltner. And like I said, the more you trade, the more you're gonna see, okay, I don't have a master candle right here, but there are a lot of wicks coming off of this area.
Mhm.
Like this one right here, that's a master counter right there. And if you see there's one, two, three, four, five, like that's 5 wicks about the same length in the same area.
Mhm.
There has to be a master counter somewhere, or this area is pretty strong. So I would, even if it breaks through, I would assume that it's at least going to come that back a little bit off of this zone. Let's see. All right. These are pretty close. This is a close one. You know, the EMA is kind of right below it, but it is outside of it. It was inside, but now it's outside of it. Um, but the big thing for me with this one was not only, do I have a lot of zigzags, but if you check this zigzag zone, not only is this a resistance zigzag zone, but if I look left, it's a support zigzag zone.
Yeah.
So I know this is a very strong zone.
Mhm.
And then also I have a huge master candle right here, master candle setup right there. And it's in that area of my
Oh,
entry.
yeah. Yeah.
And I got in this to hold up the zone, I got one, two, three, three true master candles at the top
Yeah.
of um I think I won that one, or did I? Yes. Yep. So I want to leave the last couple minutes to answer any questions that you might have.
So this one may sound crazy, but now the green higher and the red lower, those don't change, right?
Mm-mm. Yep, it's
Okay.
gonna be buy. Yep, buy. So basically, you can just say the green is buy and the red is sell.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I would just, like I say, I would honestly just use this tool right here. This tool, this going up here, get you a rectangle and getting you a
Mhm.
horizontal line, and just get on the chart and mark it up, and then just send me some pictures. This is what I did, Trey. Give me about an hour or two. If I don't respond within 5 to 10 minutes, give me about an hour or two to respond to you. And like I say, blow my phone up. I want to help as much as I can, blow it up with pictures and or put them in the chat on Telegram, whatever you choose, personal,
Oh,
you know, and just did I do this right, or send me a video you getting in the trade. What did I do wrong? What should I have done? You know, I want to see you win. So If it's 20
Okay.
videos, it's 20 videos. If it's 25 pictures, 25 pictures.
Okay.
Then
Well,
I
I
I I
appreciate
mean that,
the time I do.
yeah, for sure. For sure. And give me about an hour or two to get this
Okay.
downloaded. And then
All
then
right.
I'll send it. Cool.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. No problem.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.